Subtraction within 100. This is the third chapter of mathematics textbook, grade 1. And the topic for today's lesson is subtraction with borrowing. Objectives for today's lesson are: children will be able to solve subtraction sums with borrowing, to solve the given word problems. Let's start our lesson with mental starter. Take away 20 from 30. What's the answer? Yes, take away is the term used for subtraction. 20 from 30. Yes, 10 is the answer. Take away 2 from 32. What's the answer? Yes, 30. Take away 10 from 50. You're left with 40. Yes, correct. Take away 50 from 90 and you're left with 40. Correct. Good job. Continuing with mental starter, the question is, find the difference. Children, you need to subtract the given sums. Take your time and check your answers later on. Moving towards the answer for the first sum, 75 minus 32. What's the answer? Yes, 43 is the correct answer. Next sum is 73 minus 41. And the correct answer is 32. Hope your answers are correct. Well done. Moving towards the next segment of the lesson, main activity. We are going to discuss subtraction with borrowing. The given question is, subtract 3 from 42. You can notice these values within the place value chart as well as within the given number sum. The steps of subtraction will remain the same. First subtract the units, then subtract the tens. Let's start with the units. 2 minus 3. Always remember, students, that while subtracting a number, the top number should always be of bigger value, of greater value than the lower one. But over here 2 is smaller than 3. So how 2 can be turned of a greater value than 3? We need to regroup 2 by borrowing 1 tenth. In this way we are left with 3 tenths. We will borrow 1 tenth and it will be turned into 10 units at unit place. If you observe the place value chart, 1 bar is taken at units place and it is turned into 10 units. In this way we have total 12 units at unit place. So we can subtract 3 from 12 at units place and the answer is 9. Next step is subtract the tens. 3 minus 0 is equal to 3. In this way our answer is 39. Let's do some practice for subtraction with borrowing. The given question is, find the difference. Solve the given sums carefully and regroup these very carefully and check your answers later on. Coming towards the answer, 82 minus 57 and the answer is 25. Yes, you are regrouping units over here. Next sum is 91 minus 75 and the answer is 16. You are again regrouping units over here. Hope your answers are correct. Good job. Now comes the word problem. Ali had 75 sweets. He gave 37 sweets to his friend. How many sweets are left with Ali? You know so very well that first of all we will make the statements. Yes, total sweets Ali had 75. Sweets distributed among friends 37. How many sweets left? 75 minus 37. And we will make a sum with these two numbers as well. And you know that first we write the greater number while making a subtraction sum. Work this out and we get the answer 38 by regrouping units over here. At the end, we write down the answering statement. There are 38 sweets left in the basket. Here comes the interesting part of the lesson, watching a video. Children, watch the relevant video and relate all the given details with the discussions done so far. And note down the main points as well. So let's start with the video.
Welcome! Today we are going to learn how to subtract with a technique called regrouping. Regrouping is something we use only when our subtraction problem has a number with at least 2 digits. A digit in the ones place and the tens place. Now, you can also use regrouping with numbers in the hundreds, thousands, up to the millions and beyond. But I'm going to teach it to you with a simple subtraction problem to start things off with. I made the subtraction problem 21 minus 7. Now, I am showing the number 21 in picture form with base 10 blocks. I have 2 groups of 10 for the 2 in my tens place and 1 block for the 1 block in my ones place. Now 7 is a smaller number than 21, so I know I can subtract 7 from 21. But when I line up the numbers in my ones place like I'm supposed to, start from the right hand side and subtract like I'm supposed to, I run into a problem. 1 minus 7. I don't have 7 blocks or 7 in my ones place to subtract. So what I have to do is called regrouping. I can't just break blocks off of these groups of 10, but I can move one of these over and trade them for 10 ones. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move out one of my groups of 10 and bring in 10 ones. Now, I'm not done though, because I have to do some work with this subtraction problem. I don't have 2 groups of 10 anymore. I moved one out and over. I only have 1 left. So when you're doing it, you have to realize that since I moved one over, I have 1 less than what I started with. I started with 2. 1 less than 2 is 1, and we can prove it by our picture. There is 1 base 10 block, 1 group of 10 there. Now instead of having 1 in my ones place, since I brought 10 over, I have to add 10 to whatever number was in my ones place. Since there was 1 there before, 1 plus 10 is 11. Let me count just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I can subtract. Start in my ones place. 11 minus 7. 11's bigger, so I can take 7 of them away. With my pictures, I show that by crossing them out since I'm getting rid of them or taking them away when I subtract. I have to cross out 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's see how many I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 minus 7, which you probably already knew, but I like to use the picture just to double check, is 4. Now I move over to my tens place. Since the number I'm subtracting doesn't have a number in the tens place, that's like saying 1 minus 0, because there's nothing there. 1 minus 0, or 1 minus nothing, is just 1, because I don't have anything over here. I don't have to cross out anything in my group in my tens place. So 21 minus 7, my answer is 14. Let me check just to make sure. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's the same as what I did when I regrouped using my numbers. So, regrouping is when one of the numbers on the bottom is bigger than the number on the top. But remember, the whole number on the top has to be bigger in order to do a subtraction problem. Well, since it was smaller, I had to go over and bring 10 more of them over. And since I brought 10 over, I had one less in my tens place. At that point, I could subtract. And my answer is 14. I hope this was able to help you in learning how to subtract with regrouping. If you have any other questions, you can look at my other videos, subscribe, and I have other videos just about subtraction with regrouping as well. Thanks for watching, and I hope it helped.
Hope the video was interesting. Now comes the written task for day 1. This is page number 61 of textbook, and you need to solve the given sums in the textbook. Written task for day 2. This is regarding word problems, and you need to do page number 62, 63 and 64 of mathematics textbook. Written task for day 3. This is page number 65 of mathematics textbook. Written task for day 4. This is page number 66 of mathematics textbook. Moving towards the wrap-up of the session, solve the given sum. 82 minus 48. This is not at all difficult, and you can do it very easily because we have done a lot of practice. Match your answer later on. The answer of the given sum is 34. Hope your answer is correct. Children, do all the given tasks very neatly and work these out very carefully. Take good care of yourself.